What's going on, guys? It's JSGC here, and we are here for another match review. This time it's West Ham versus Manchester City. Another 4 goals, another 3 points for Pep Guardiola and his men. Absolutely fantastic. This time not as perfect as the performance last week. However, still another win, another 3 points. We're going to crack on with how Man City performed. The talking points of what there is to talk about in the game. So, first up, Manchester City went 1-0 ahead after 13 minutes. Leroy Sané, a deflected shot, came off Patrice Evra's head, I think it did. It wrong-footed Adrian in the goal. Poor goal to concede, in my opinion. A poor shot from Leroy Sané in the first place. Completely unlucky from West Ham. They'll be disappointed, but 1-0. Apparently, Evra's been awarded the goal. Leroy Sané, I'm not too sure he's going to be awarded this goal or not from there. But originally it came up with Leroy Sané, then I saw that it came up with Evra own goal. I don't know who's going to be awarded that goal, but nothing changes. It's not Harry Kane. It's 1-0, we move on. Now, the second goal definitely was an own goal. 2-0 came on the 27th minute, and you kind of thought the game was done from there. Lovely weighted pass from Raheem Sterling to find Kevin De Bruyne. He just waited for it, and then he just zips it across. Adrian comes out, sticks out a right arm, manages to get a hand onto it, and it ends up rebounding into Rice and Zabaleta. I couldn't tell who got the last touch. I thought it was Rice originally, but apparently Zabaleta's been awarded the own goal, which now means that he's got 14 goals for Man City rather than 13, even though he no longer plays for us. Thank you, Zaba. We all love you here. But a shock in the system just before half-time. West Ham should have had a penalty, in my opinion. It was a penalty, it was just inside the box from Gundogan, but the challenge was deemed to be outside the area from the referee, who was very disappointed in this game, I thought, for both sides. Free kick was given, a poor wall from Ederson, having 4 men rather than 5, and having the wall slightly more to his left rather than more to the right, and it created a little angle where, fair credit to Aaron Cresswell, managed just to bend it in to the low corner, and Ederson couldn't get there in time. Poor goalkeeping, poor wall, disappointing. Good goal. More of a talking point, just before the half-time whistle went, Otamendi could have seen red. First one, you'd think was a weak challenge from him, just scrapes down the foot. He's given a yellow card, breaks up the attack. And West Ham had a man over as he steps in front of the man, doesn't hit the ball, takes the man out. It felt like it was a last warning. I'm amazed he managed to last 90 minutes. He could have been sent off, in my honest opinion. They're lucky that he didn't, though. And with that, West Ham, they got the tails up. They got the motivated to come into the second half. So absolutely amazing for Man City to be able to deal with them and restrict West Ham to absolutely nothing in the second half. And 53 minutes in, we'll go given a reward for that. Absolutely fantastic pass by Raheem Sterling. He finds Gabriel Jesus just waiting around, runs back into the box. It's like a 1-2, but a delayed 1-2 from Raheem Sterling. Takes one touch, he's 1-on-1 with Adrian, slots it to his left, to Adrian's left or Jesus' right, and then catches his knee as he goes to celebrate. Unfortunately, but no lasting damage, I don't think, from there. 3-1, game's done from there. And then 4-1, Man City ended up scoring another goal, 64th minute, for taking our foot off the gas. Pretty much the same again, counter-attack again. Raheem Sterling again, this time finds Fernandinho, who manages to get a lovely controlled low shot. It was like a striker's finish for a guy that plays central defensive midfield. Absolutely fantastic, coolly slots it into the net. 4-1, game, set and match. Absolutely perfect performance now, and that gives us the 3 points, and it sends us on to 102 goals overall this season, which is the joint best that we've ever done, and we only need 2 more goals to go and break the record. I think it is for most goals scored in a Premier League season, so I'll be expecting to break that record. Also, if we win our next game now, we'll move on to 96 points, which will see us break Chelsea's 95-point Premier League record. So, and we'll lift the Premier League against Huddersfield too. That will happen. So if we can break them other 2 records whilst we're at it, it gives Man City a good chance then of going for 1 more record. Well, it's not a record, it's kind of like an unbeatable type thing, but in my calculations are correct, 38 games are played throughout the whole season, which means that to score 3 goals per game on average, my maths are correct, you have to score 114 goals. Now, we've scored 102, we need to score 12 goals in the last 3 games. We're going at a rate of the last couple of games, scoring 4 goals per game, so if we can carry that on and score 4 or more, that'll see us go above 3 in each of our games coming up to the end of the season. As long as our next 3 games we score 12 goals, that'll take us to 114 and an average of scoring 3 goals per game, which is absolutely amazing. We have dominated this, and we've also got 100 points in our sight now. 7 points needed, 3 games to play, 2 wins, 1 draw, or 3 wins will take us on to 102. We've got teams against Huddersfield who are struggling down there, Southampton who are struggling down there, fighting for their lives, Brighton still needing that result too, but a couple of home games I'm expecting to at least achieve a couple of home wins, 99 points at the very least. I'd be disappointed now from the position that we're in to go and start playing stupid and showboating and start making stupid mistakes and costing us points when we're at a point where we could not only break the record but obliterate the record and set a record that will probably never get beaten in our lifetime. I'd love to go and see that. We've been dominating. If that all happens, it'd be a disgrace, wouldn't it, if Pep Guardiola don't get Manager of the Year? Absolutely. I find it disgusting. As much as I appreciate the efforts that Sean Dyche has done, the top 6 of the Premier League is pretty much certified, so it's always a battle for whoever can finish 7th, and it's a marvellous achievement by him. But the fact that Pep could go and break records and do things that has never been seen, and break all the records, and then give it to someone else. Really? Anyway, stats for this game: City 75% possession, West Ham 25. Man City ended up having 19 shots, 7 on target. Not as clinical as what we've seen before. West Ham, listen to this, 4 shots, 1 on target, 1 on goal. We're back to that one again. In terms of passes, City had 874 at a rate of 92%. Like I said, West Ham's pitch is quite large, so that's quite a lot of passes for a big pitch. And West Ham ended up making 282, which is just under 300, which is very good for a side on such a big pitch as well. It's, you know what I mean? It's very good from West Ham there. At 72% pass completion rate, it's not too bad from them. The performances and stats suggest they didn't do too bad. In my opinion, though, they made a lot of mistakes, West Ham, in important areas, and they were going forward when they shouldn't have been, and they were defending when they should have been going forward, and there's just mistakes here, there, and everywhere in areas at times in the game when they couldn't afford these errors, and I could see why West Ham are struggling a little bit this season. They need a little bit more quality and organisation in the side, and a little bit more leadership. We need that a little bit as well, I feel, particularly when Company's not there. Defensive stats mostly dominated by West Ham. Man City did dominate aerially though. We did very well in the air, so I have a feeling that Pep thought that one area that they'll look to target is height. They did try that numerous times with Arnautovic. Dealt with every time, so good effort from Otamendi, and a special shout out to Laporte. I thought had an excellent game. Fabian Delph did well. Walker didn't have a stronger game as what I've seen him have, but still didn't do too bad. Fernandinho had a good game. No David Silva was on absently, but De Bruyne did fantastically well. Gundogan got forward well. Raheem Sterling, he's my man of the match, absolutely fantastic, 3 assists, just a perfect performance by him, near enough, just didn't get that goal. He had a little bit more quality in scoring goals, like, if he scored 1 or 2 goals in this game, which is like what you'd expect from a striker, like, you know what I mean? If he had just that little bit more, he would be one of the best players in the world, he would. He's very good. He could go to that next level if he could score goals, he really would. He scored plenty this season. He's missed plenty this season, and at times when you think he should have a shot, he should have a go, he doesn't, he twists, he turns. If he becomes just a little bit more clinical, he will go to that next level. I've seen it. Fantastic, though. His assist for Jesus' goal, superb. If he meant that, wow, amazing. Check out on YouTube. I'm sure his goals and highlights will be somewhere. You'll be able to find that one. Now, I made some added on comments. I thought that Cresswell got forward a lot. He was out of position a lot. Man City exploited that a lot. Hence, Raheem Sterling had the freedom of his wing. West Ham ended up making mistakes a lot of it. There was always chasing shadows. There was always misplaced passes. It was just, like I said, just mistakes at times when they didn't need the mistakes, and it really did help Man City. But they only need 1 win. The relegation battle isn't decided in a match against Manchester City. They've got games to go and put this result right. Like I said, they need just 1 win. I think they've got 3 games left, just like us. So, you know, more than achievable. And I don't think West Ham will go down, if I'm completely honest. I thought that we made quite a few mistakes defensively. I thought we showed a little bit of arrogance at times. Edison in particular, when he was fouled, and Arnautovic ended up scoring. Was lucky to get away with that. It was a foul, but I just thought, do that once too often, if you get where I'm coming from with that. Walker was a little bit sloppy at times. Otamendi was sloppy at times with rash challenges, like I said before. Could have been sent off. There's also a build-up play, if I remember rightly, for the goal for West Ham. This is what I mean, added on comments. The referee was atrocious. It was offside. Why the assistant referee's not spotted it, I really do not know. terrible officiating, and they should have had a penalty, weren't given, they gave a free kick and ended up getting the reward and scoring off the free kick. And Raheem Sterling got booked, I think, for handball after one of the most blatant penalties of the season. Cresswell dives in, doesn't take the ball, takes the man. Oh, it's just so bad. I can see why there's no referees from the Premier League going to the World Cup. It's just so bad. But I think that summarises everything. Only one comment and a bit that I was a little bit unhappy about, and this was from the management side. I weren't too happy with the squad, particularly what was on the bench. Company was left in the stands. Okay, I'm not too sure why Adara Bayoyo wasn't put on the bench then, because like I said, Otamendi, he was treading a really thin wire for the whole of the second half. He was literally on a last warning. And we had no one else to put there, yet we've got a perfectly good young player that's not been given enough minutes this season, not even in the squad. I don't understand that. It could have been perfect for him once we've got that third to go and put him on, give him some minutes. Strange. Why didn't Foden play in this game? Like I said, once it went 4-1, 64th minute. Strange. Yaya Toure ended up coming on. Danilo ended up coming on. I mean, Danilo's had plenty of minutes this season. Why was Duarte not on the bench? I don't understand it. It blows my mind. I know that there's players there that are rotated that want more and more minutes, like Bernardo Silva, for example. I'd love to see more of him. But when it starts taking the place of players like Brahim Diaz and all that, you know what I mean? We've won the Premier League. I feel like you could rotate the bench. I feel like you could leave a couple of players out, give them a full rest and put some youngsters on rather than just putting in someone else from the squad. It's disappointing to see. And the most disappointing bit was Mendy's just come back from injury. I was hoping he'd get more minutes in this game, that he'd be able to start against Huddersfield. Whether he does now or not, I don't know. He's really battling now for the World Cup. I mean, is him playing 1 or 2 games between now and the end of the season enough for him to go to the World Cup with France? I feel really sorry for Mendy himself. I imagine he's trying so hard in training. I'd like to have seen him get some minutes in this game too. But there you go. I won't complain too much though. 4-1 win away from home. We're breaking records. We're going to break records. And we're lifting the Premier League in the next match. There we go. So we've got more videos. There's a little bit more of a variety of content from me this week because we've got a couple more stuff to talk about, not just Man City stuff. I'll keep them a secret. They'll be up over the next couple of days, so you'll be able to see that. It's nice to be back in my background. If you're interested in all this football content, daily football contented videos, we've got weekly series going on fantasy football, this week in football, Football Fix, doing a summary of the Premier League's weekly rounds. If you're interested in any of that, go check out them videos. They're already up. We'll have more up this week, so subscribe, notifications on if you are interested. If you're interested in just the Man City content, then we'll have more Man City videos up towards the end of the week as we start previewing the Huddersfield match and we're looking for more records and reviews and stuff. So subscribe, notifications on. Don't forget to check out my social media. I'll keep you all up to date there. Links to them, they're in the description below. You can also go and check out my second channel, my brother's partner channel, doing mixology drinks, Mixed. I'll leave the links to them at the end of this video. Like and subscribe over there. That would mean everything to me. I think that's everything. There we go. 3 points, Blues. I'll take that. I will take that. Confident, good, solid performance. So I'll see you all again very soon. Tomorrow. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.